Hey guys, I'm Nikki and today I'm going to be showing you how to build out a professional website for your photography. We're going to be using Universe. Universe is a no-code website builder. You can use it on your phone. You can also use it on your computer. I'm going to be demoing for you on your computer. It has a ton of customizations. It's also free, so you don't need to spend any money to build this website. And there's a lot of templates to choose from, so you don't need to know how to design a website. I will link the timestamps below, so if you want to just go to a certain section or later on you want to go back to a section, it'll be super easy to follow along. All right, so here I am as a talking head on your screen. First things first, you're going to want to go to web.univer.se. So just paste this URL into any browser. That browser can be on your computer or it can also be the browser on your phone. Once you're on this page, you can scroll to check out all of the templates, but you also have the option to use these filters to narrow them down. So I would suggest going to Purpose and then selecting Portfolio. A lot of these will work for photography. I am going to use this Pennywood Prints one because it's going to be one of the easiest ones to modify as a photographer, and you're mostly going to be able to just drop in your items. I'm going to go ahead and click on this template, Pennywood Prints. Now, once you click, it's going to ask you to log in if you already have an account or to join and create an account. To join, you're just going to want to do an email address and then your password. I already have an account, so I'm going to pause right here and meet you back at the screen and we'll take you to after you make your account. You're going to be asked to describe what kind of Universe site you're creating. So here, I'm going to select professional services, and then we will see photography pop up, photographer in this category, and select that. Then it's going to have you grab a domain. It's what you paste into the browser to go to your actual site. Here, I'm going to do Pennywood Photography, and it's going to give me the free version, which is the univer.se TLD, or it's going to give me a few pro options. Here's where I could pay to get the .com, but since I'm showing you guys how to build a free website, I'm just going to go ahead and select the free version. Once you select your domain, you're going to be brought to the Universe Grid Editor. Everything in this template is a block. So this is a text block, these are image blocks, this is a button block, and you can click on any block and manipulate it. You can also click on a space or highlight a section of spaces and add any new blocks that you might want. So for example, here's a shape block. Then when you are in a selected state, you can delete things and you can also duplicate them and then click in further to access the customization options that are associated with each block. I'm going to go ahead and delete these. I'll also show you that you can click in to add a row either above or below or delete a row. And then you can also come to these three dots down here to change the grid density if you want to get more granular with your design, change the background color. It can either be a color, it can also be an image. Now let me go ahead and get the density back to how it was and also expand this before we start making some edits. First up, I'm going to go in and edit this text block. I want to change this up just a little bit and I want it to say portrait photographer. Now, if you go to the Style tab, you can do one of the pre-selected styles that comes with the template, or you could actually go in here and change the font entirely. So let's say we made it like that instead of Plex Mono. I'm going to keep this as Plex Mono because I think it goes well with the template. But that's how you click in and can easily edit a text block. Next, I am going to go ahead and swap in different photos for all of these. How that works is you're just going to want to click on a block, hit edit, and then hit replace image. And then you can upload an image from your files. I have all the photos I want to use tagged right here in my files to make it super easy. So I'm going to select this home page file, and it will automatically upload the photo in there. You can change up the shapes. For this purpose, I'm going to keep it square. And you can also fit the full image versus having it zoom in. So if we did fit, it'll make sure none of the image gets cut off, or fill, it's going to zoom it in to take up the block space. Okay, so I'm going to quickly swap out these other photos. I have updated all the photos to be different portrait photos for this hypothetical portrait photographer here. This up here is a shape block. So if we wanted to, we could try to make this more of an orange color to match maybe some of the accents in these photos, or we could just get rid of it entirely. I think I'm going to remove that for now. We can always add it back in later. Next, I'm going to go ahead and update these buttons to reflect the different pages I'm going to build out on this website. So we're going to make a multi-page website, and then we will link each page to their respective buttons. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make it an about page, and then we will add the about link here. Then we will edit this one to say prints. We'll make this one booking, and then this one will be contact. You can also adjust the style of the buttons if you'd like. So again, you can change the font, but you can also change the color of the text and the color of the actual button as well, and you can increase the border weight as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave this at 1. I'll show you how you can do the background, but also going to leave this as white to match the background for now. I just zoomed back in a bit here, so it's really easy to see this publish button in the right hand corner. We're going to publish this first page so we can start making the subsequent pages. So it's super easy. We're just going to hit this publish button, wait a few seconds, and then we can just click here and we can hit view to view the progress of our site so far. So this is the first page that we built, and then this template is actually a 2-page template, so it also comes in with a built-in prints page, and we're going to edit this page next. In order to edit the prints page, it's pretty simple. We're just going to click on these 3 dots and we're going to hit edit, and just go ahead and delete this shape block. And I'm also going to replace the different prints that are currently listed on this page. I'm going to zoom out so that we can see the full page. I just zoomed out so that you can see more of the site at one time. One thing to mention is this is a cell block, and right now the cell block can only be used actively on the iOS app. It will eventually be coming to the web version of Universe, so that's something to keep in mind. If you aren't able to download the iOS app, then you won't be able to do transactions through Universe at this time. Now I'm going to come in here, hit edit, and again select replace image, upload an image, go to my tagged images, select this print, and since this is a print, I'm going to make sure that it is set as fit and not fill. That way the customer knows exactly what they're getting. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of these really quick, and then I'll meet back here. Okay, so now I've updated all of the image blocks to be the correct prints. I'm going to go ahead and hit publish to set this page live so we can work on the following pages. Now if we were to hit view here, we will see the updated print page and then our home page again. Next up, we are going to go ahead and add an about page. So you're just going to click on this plus sign, and then you can select the about me page type. You could also start from a blank canvas if you would prefer that, and we have a ton of other different page types in here as well. So I'm going to select the About Me. It's going to drop you into the grid editor. I'm going to zoom out again so we can see things a little bit better here. First thing I want to do is edit this About Me text block. It's a little bit smaller than the other titles, so I just want to make sure everything stays uniform. So I'm going to come in here. I want to change it to be 44. It's already Plex Mono, but it is bold right now, so I want to come in here and change that to be regular. I'm also going to update this text block to say the name Pennywood, and then I'm going to put SF and LA here for the locations. I'm going to get rid of this text block here, and then I'm going to expand this a bit. Now for the About section, what you can do is go edit, and you can either come up with your About from scratch, or you can click on this little icon that looks a bit like sparkles in order to generate text with Universe's AI assistant Gus. The prompt that I'm going to drop into this section right here is write a 1-paragraph About section. I'm a photographer who specializes in creative portraits and mainly works in the Los Angeles and San Francisco areas. Also share that I started photography 5 years ago and have shot for a variety of magazines. So to save time, I'm going to copy that and paste it in here, and then we're just going to select generate. So let's read what it came up with. I am a creative portrait photographer based in Los Angeles and San Francisco with 5 years of experience. I have worked with various magazines specializing in unique and artistic portraits that capture the essence of my subjects. My passion for photography drives me to constantly push boundaries and create stunning visual stories for my clients. That sounds pretty good to me, so I'm going to leave it. But you can also further use the assistant to not generate from scratch, but also to improve or to lengthen or to shorten or to even change the tone or translate to a different language if that's something that interests you. So I'm going to delete this row, and then I also want to change this photo. Once we change the photo, I think we're going to be set to publish this page. So I know I just deleted a row, but I'm actually going to add this and expand this photo block or image block out a bit. We'll hit edit, replace image. I have an image in mind that we can use here as the About photo. This looks pretty good to me. You can also edit any of these icon blocks down here to be any other kind of social. You will just hit the icon that you want to put there and then link to that specific social. So like youtube.com, and then your YouTube handle would go there. So we'll hit publish. Once your About page is published, you're going to be brought back to this screen, which we're all getting pretty familiar with. Again, if you want to view that page before moving on to the 2 final pages we're going to create, you're going to hit those 3 dots and then go to view. So here is the About page that we just created. I'm going to come back over here and work on the booking page and the contact page. Then we'll link those to the home page, and then we're totally done. So again, we'll hit new page, then come in here, and I would suggest using the service page type for the booking page. So we're going to scroll until we see that. So there's services and there's also service lists. The main difference is this one has images associated. I would like the images associated for this use case, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. Here is how the template looks. Right away, before I forget, I'm going to go in here and edit this text block to make sure it is not bolded and it's just listed as regular. I also want to change this to say booking, and also change the text beneath to say email pennywoodphotography@gmail.com to book. You know what? I changed my mind and I'm going to keep this as services. It's up to you how you want to title that. Either can work. Then I'm going to make this service be creative portrait session, and this second one classic portrait session, $200, and I want to make this one $300. For the description, I am going to leverage the AI assistant again, I think. So let's just do this in live time. Let's go here, generate text. We can say like one sentence about what a creative portrait session entails. Please mention that it's 2 hours and 1 location. And it came up with a creative portrait session is a 2-hour photo shoot held at one location where unique poses and settings are explored to capture your personality and style. Let's keep that one, and then let's do something similar over here. So we'll go generate text, and then we can say, please describe what a classic portrait session is and mention that it's 2 hours and 1 location. Please make it 1 sentence long. So let's see what it generates. A classic portrait session is a 2-hour photo shoot at one location where you can capture timeless and elegant images. I think that works, so I'm going to leave these two. I'm also going to update the photos. Since we say up here email to book, I want to change this button block to instead be a contact block so people can directly email from the button. So I'm going to highlight this area and I'm going to select contact, and then I'm going to do email. You will put your email in right here, and then it will open up whatever email service people use. You can change the background color. So I think I'm going to change the background color to black, and then we'll put the icon color to white. So it looks kind of like how this button looked. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to delete this one. Instead of making this block again, I'm just going to duplicate and put it down here. One thing to note is this will update the icon style on our about page, but I'm okay with that. I like the contrast, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this and then hit publish. Again, it's going to take you back to this page where you can see all of your pages. So if we wanted to check out the service page, we got 3 dots, click on that, view. I always like to open it in a new tab. You don't have to do that. Then we'll see here is the service page, and the thing that I was talking about with the icons. If you go in here, we'll see this also updated to have a black background, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, the last thing we're going to do is add the contact page, and then we're going to link it all to the main page, and I'm going to walk you through the final site. So we're going to hit new page, then we are going to find the contact links. So I'll come in here, hit edit. Again, I just want to make sure that this is not bolded and this is listed as regular. Then I'm going to update this email to be Pennywood Photography at gmail.com. I'm going to stretch this out. Now you can change any of these links. So you can just type the label and then you can paste the link in right there. I like it having it as Instagram. I think LinkedIn doesn't make as much sense for a photographer. So perhaps we'll put YouTube here and then we'll put TikTok here. This get email updates. This is a subscribe block. People can sign up to be notified by you through email. So let's say you're opening up new sessions or have a certain announcement about something like presets you're selling. You can add the subscribe block to your website and then you can send out a mass update to anyone who signs up here. So now I'm going to hit publish. We have all of the pages live on the website. But what we need to do is the final step, which is linking all those pages to these buttons. We do have a menu, but the buttons are just an extra option for navigating the site. So I'm going to come over here. First off, we are going to go to the prints page, and I'm going to copy that URL. And then I'm going to come in here, hit edit, and paste that link in. Then I'm going to do the same with the about page. The booking page. And lastly, with the contact page. Then I'm going to hit publish for the final time. And when I go back over here and refresh, so just refresh the home page. If I come here and hit about, then we get brought to the about page. The same thing goes for the other pages as well. Then lastly, I'll show you with the contact page. I'm going to show you how this looks on mobile as well. So I'm going to pause and screen share my phone just so you can see how it adapts across different devices. Here is the website on mobile. We can click the different options. You see how everything adapts super well. And then finally, I'll show you contact links to wrap it up. Then we'll go back to the home page. Now is also a good time to remind you guys that you can edit on your phone browser. So this is Chrome. I typed in web.univert.se as the URL. Then I selected my site. It's very similar to the view we saw on the computer. So if we were to go in here, we could click the three dots. We could hit edit. And then just like on the computer, you can change things up, change the format, etc. And if you would not like to do it through your browser and you're more of an app person, this is the Universe app. Again, very similar. And then you just click in and edit your site as you'd wish. Alright, so back as a talking head over here. I hope that this tutorial was helpful and will inspire you to make your own professional website for photography. Let me know if you have any questions below in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them and get back to you as quickly as possible. And also drop your Universe sites if you make them because I'd love to see them.